Good morning, students of class 12th. In the previous video, we have done some questions of product method, and today we are going to study about the next method of calculating national income, and that method is your income method, right? Today we are going to study about income method of calculating national income. See, before going to income method, let us first of all summarize that what were the basic knowledge that we were acquiring for calculation of national income. That first of all, the aggregate for national income is called as NNP at FC. Okay, the aggregate for national income is NNP at FC. Now, there are two aggregates for everything. That one is a broad concept of aggregate and the other is a narrow concept. I have revised you this in the video in which I have told about how to calculate national income through product method. Now we are doing it again. So one is a broad concept and one is a narrow concept so that you can revise. The broad concept says that there is an aggregate called as gross and its narrow counterpart is net. The difference between the gross and net is depreciation. So if you want to go from a gross concept from gross to net, from a broad concept to a narrow concept, then you will have to deduct depreciation. And if you want to go from a narrow concept to a gross concept, then you have to add depreciation. The other concept is your concept of national production, and the other one is your domestic production. The difference between the two, the difference between national production and domestic production is referred to as NFIA. And now again, if you want to go from a broad concept to a narrow concept, then you will have to deduct it. And if you want to go from a narrow concept to a broad concept, then you have to add NFIA. The third concept was, or the concept of market price and factor cost. Market price was a broader concept and factor cost was a narrow concept. Okay, it is factor cost and it is a narrow concept. The difference between market price and factor cost was NIT, net indirect taxes. And if you want to go from market price to factor cost, then you will have to add NIT. And if you want to go from factor cost to market price, then you will have to deduct NIT. Now moving further, let us, and also the formula for NIT also, right? I will make you write down that also. The formula for NIT was indirect taxes minus subsidy. Okay, this was the formula. Now, moving on to income method. Before studying about income method, let us revise that in income method, or we have studied about what was national income. So we have studied that national income is the sum total of the income earned, right? Is the sum total of the income earned by the factors, and the income of only the residents factors is considered, right? Means it is the factor income of the residents. So first of all, let us consider that what are factors of production or what are factor incomes, right? See, there are four factors of production. They are: number one, land; number two, labor; number three, capital; and number four was your land, labor, capital, and the fourth one was entrepreneur. Okay, now the income for land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur had some specific names. The income for land was called as rent. The income for labor was called as wages. The income for capital was known as interest. And the income for entrepreneur was called as profit. Now, when we calculate income in income method, through income method, in income method, the income is calculated differently. Okay, now let us see how it is calculated. In income method, the income is divided into basically three types, right? The first income is your compensation to employees. The head name is compensation to employees. The second head is your, after compensation to employees, the second head is operating surplus. And the third head after operating surplus is known as mixed income. Mixed income. Okay, it is called as mixed income. Now, let us discuss these three heads one by one. First head is compensation to employees. Now, what are the aggregates included in the compensation to employees? Let us discuss that. See, in compensation to employees, the different aggregates used are, the first aggregate used in compensation to employees is your wages and salaries. Right, wages and salary. It is basically the wages here. Okay, the wages form part of wages and salary. Right. The second head under it is employers contribution to provident fund or social security is written in your book. It is employers contribution to social security. The third head is your payment in kind. And wages and salary, payment in kind. And the fourth one is your wages and salary. Right, there were only three heads, right? There were only three heads: wages and salaries, employers' contribution to social security, and payment in kind. When you do the sum of all these three, you get compensation to employees. Right. After compensation to employees, the other head is your operating surplus. Right. Operating surplus, and operating surplus consists of these three only: rent, interest, and profit. Okay, the operating surplus is consisting of rent, interest, and profit. Okay, these are the three heads included in the rent, interest, and profit in the operating surplus. Means wages goes for the first head, and these three heads, rent, interest, and profit, have their own combined head known as operating surplus. Right, but the profit is also sometimes further subdivided, and now let us see what was the division of profit. Right, profit is divided into three types. Number one is your corporate tax. The other one is dividend. And after dividend comes the undistributed profit. Undistributed profit. Okay. So when we add corporate tax, dividend, undistributed profit, we get the head profit. And when we add rent, interest, and profit, then the head which we will get is our operating surplus. Now the third head is very simple. It is mixed income, and mixed income is given in your questions like by the name of mixed income only. Whether if you want to understand further, so you can understand that mixed income is the income which cannot be bifurcated, which cannot be differentiated between your two types of income. Like if a person is selling goods, and for selling the goods his cost is of labor as well as raw material, right? So he is entrepreneur himself also. So in the given example you cannot classify between profit and wages, because the same person is manufacturing the goods. So if he is manufacturing the goods, he is getting payment for wages also, and he is getting payment for profit also. So that income cannot be bifurcated, that income is mixed in such a way that differentiation cannot be done, that whether the payment received by him is part of his profit or is part of his wages. Okay, so such type of income is called as mixed income, and in the questions it is generally given by the name of mixed income only, or rather it is not given in most of the cases. Okay, and employers contribution to social security is another point which should be discussed in detail, that sometimes in your questions the point is given as employees contribution to social security. So employees contribution to social security is not included, only employers contribution to social security is included. Okay, so I hope you would have understood that what is head of compensation to employees. It includes three heads: wages and salaries, employers contribution to social securities, and payment in kind. The other one is operating surplus. Operating surplus comprises of three things, that is rent, interest and profit. You can or you can learn it in short form like RIP, right? Like RIP, because whenever someone dies we say that RIP, rest in peace, right? So from that acronym you can remember that it is rent, interest and profit. Okay, so rent, interest, profit, and the profit is further subdivided into three types, that is corporate tax, dividend and the undistributed profit. Okay, so these are the heads, and mixed income we have understood. Okay, so when we add both the three heads, means 1 plus 2 plus 3, then the aggregate which we get is NDP at FC. It is NDP at FC. The aggregate which we get after adding the incomes of all the three heads, means compensation to employees is added, operating surplus is added, and mixed income is added, then the aggregate which we will get is NDP at FC. But our aggregate NDP at FC is not national income, because we have to convert NDP at FC into national income. And I have already told you that the aggregate for national income is termed as NNP at FC. Okay, so you will have to convert NDP at FC to NNP at FC. So the formula for that is NNP at FC equals to NDP at FC. Now, if you want to convert n to n, you cannot, because n is n only and fc is fc only, but you will have to convert this dp to np. Now if you want to convert dp to np, then you will have to add NFIA, because if you want to go from domestic production to national production, then you need to add NFIA into it. So you will add NFIA, net factor income from abroad. So when NDP at FC is added with a net factor income from abroad, the aggregate which you will get is your NNP at FC. Okay students, now I hope you would have understood that how do we calculate national income through income method. I will revise it in short in the last of the video, and that is, the in income method the incomes are first of all divided into three heads: compensation to employees, operating surplus and mixed income, right? Compensation to employees have three heads, those are wages and salaries, employers contribution to social security, and payment in kind, right? So these three head comprises of compensation to employees. Moving on to next head, operating surplus, it consists of all the remaining heads of factor incomes, those are rent, interest and profit. So when we add rent, interest and profit, we get operating surplus, and sometimes profit is also further divided into corporate tax, dividend and undistributed profit. When we add these, we get the profit figure. Okay, so we got the operating surplus, and the third head is mixed income. Mixed income, as I told you, that mixed income is that income which cannot be differentiated between two types of income, whether it is profit or wages, whether it is rent or profit, or it cannot be classified. So it is called as mixed income, and mixed income is also included. Okay, when we add all the three heads, we get NDP at FC. Now, NDP at FC is not our national income. The national income is net national production at factor cost, or you would rather say NNP at FC. Now, NNP at FC is to be derived from NDP at FC. Now, if you want to change NDP at FC to NNP at FC, then you will have to add NFIA, because if you want to change DP to NP, then you will have to add NFIA to it. Okay. So, students, I hope in this conversation you would have learned that how do we calculate income through income method, right? And income method is the most asked method in the exams, so you should learn it very clearly. Okay, we will be doing questions for income method also in the next video, so that your more doubts can be cleared. Till then, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you.